welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is us. Hey, that was Toby that was playing right there. And Toby is from Houston, Texas. And Toby right now is literally like one of my favorite artists. Like, I really, really enjoy his music. That's why I said I'm going to play this. I'm going to play it. What'd you say, Devin, the expert?
That was nice, man.
That was nice, wasn't it? Yeah, it had a nice sound to it, very positive message. Hey, what can you say? But hey, you guys, look, talking about positive messages. Look, and I'm going to give it out early again. If you guys want to call, the phone number is 713-668-1230. 713-668-1230. And today, like I said, we're having a little fun. We're talking about different topics. We just got done talking about how Delvin the expert had the nerve to run Lizzo up off of Twitter.
The guilt is killing me, by the way.
The guilt is killing you?
Yeah. I
can tell. I can tell that the guilt is eating you from the inside.
That's why I'm here. I had to come and confess my sins.
Look, I am that she was getting off of Twitter was trolling. But look, that a lot of you guys are going to consider trolling. But I really, really want to know. It's something that I really want to know. I saw it the other day online. And the question was, would you allow your ex to go on a date? No. Let me take that back. Let me make sure I say this right. Would you allow your current person that you're with, your partner, your significant other, the love of your life, your boo-boo, would you allow your boo-boo to go on a date with their ex if the ex was about to leave forever?
I've already got a hell no.
You gotta look. Call. Look, the phone number is 713.
Call in
668-1230. Call us and tell us the yeses and the nos. Nots, because I want to know. I want to know because look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no too, and I'm going to be honest. I'm going to throw it right out there. You can call me insecure. You can call me not mature enough. Call me whatever you want. But if you guys are through, then you through. If you guys are through, then you through. If you're already through, then I don't see a reason why you should have to, go rekindle something. What is it, like closure? What is the reason?
Closure? I'm going away for life.
Huh?
I'm going away for life.
Going away for life. So you saying that is cool?
No, I didn't say it was cool. I just said I get it on a I'm going away for life level.
We got a caller on the line. Caller, what's on your mind?
Yes, if y'all talking about but if y'all talking about but if y'all talking about somebody else, I'll call you back later.
No, what's on your mind? Go ahead.
If y'all really run $100 billion truck operation.
You run $100 million truck operation?
If y'all really run $100 billion truck operation, that's all I'm asking.
Does who run $100 billion truck operation?
Sir?
Yes, I'm trying to hear you clearly. I didn't hear you clearly. You said, does who run $100 billion trucking operation?
No, I said if y'all ready to run $100 billion truck operation.
Yes, I'm ready to run $100 billion trucking operation.
I tell you about 10,000 followers. So I'm gonna talk to y'all, when everything. When y'all get you talking, you joke for. I'm gonna start talking business with you.
Okay, no. If you want to talk business, I want to hear business. Like I said earlier, I think sometimes we joke too much. So if you want to seriously talk business, then we can seriously talk business. Do you have something that you're giving as an opportunity to people to take advantage of some sort of opportunity?
First, I didn't realize it was.
See, for some reason, hold on here. Let me.
The big bang is that Powerball, and that's not a million. Every time we hit, that's $400 million. I ain't no questions about.
Okay, well, look, I want to thank you for calling. Wish you luck on the Powerball and that truck. And if you got something you want to tell the people to spread out some good information, then we always serious about that. I appreciate your call. Look, hey, if your girl wanted to go on a date with the ex. You saying it's good?
Nah, man, you're gonna have to go with him and put some money on his book. You're gonna have to go.
So you said you put some money on his books?
You have to go and stay gone.
Now look, Delvin. Oh, so you saying if she gonna put some money on the books, then don't come back?
Yeah, you're done.
So in other words, you're saying no. Now, are we being immature? Because I guess the technical answer, we're supposed to say, well, I'm secure in my manhood. I trust my woman. I have no problem with it. I know who I am. I know who she is. Go ahead. Go on. You go on and go out with that guy you are in love with. Is that what? I think that's what we're technically supposed to say.
Yeah, that's the intellectual answer. The real closure, or does he need closure? That's the real question.
Is it you or him that needs closure? Well,
Yeah.
You know what? Closure is a funny word. Is there ever really closure? Like, what you're going to find out exactly why it didn't work? I mean, at what point in time do that not matter? Once you move on with somebody, what is closure? Case should be closed before you move on.
Yeah, and you're going to be sentenced to life. So
What do you mean you're going to be sentenced to life?
He's about to be sentenced to life in the scenario. So whether it's closure or not, he's got time to think about it. So.
Oh man, look, okay, so closure, he's gonna have time to think about it. So since he's gonna have time to think about it, there's no need to go, fill his mind with them final thoughts.
Yeah, that's a negative. What could have been, what we could have had, it's over.
Shoe on the other foot. It's a woman that has to, and the man is asking, hey, baby. Hey, baby, let me go out with my ex. Look, we ain't gonna do nothing, baby. I love you, baby. She gonna go away forever. And she just asked if we could see each other one time. And I feel so bad that, I think I'm going to grant her that opportunity.
Is she being sentenced to life too? I mean, that's the detail.
So the devil is in the. Okay, well, so you're saying if they're being. Let's take away.
Ex-girl is being sentenced to life.
Look, hold on. Let's take away the sentence to life part. You added that. No, that was in the original question.
Yeah, you putting this back on. I'm already dealing with the Lizzo thing.
Look, I don't want to put too much on your palate.
It's a lot.
No pun intended. That was not
too soon.
Too soon. So look, and so really, the question is this. Let's take the sentenced part off. They're just going away for good. That could mean they're going, let's say, to
Dubai.
They're going to Dubai for a job.
Okay.
And there's going to Dubai for a job. Then do the rules change?
No.
Is there ever a time where you let your girl go out with her ex? Look, terminally ill.
The doctors know. I may make an exception for that.
So you better video call. I don't know if you guys better hop on that FaceTime. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay. Stage 4. Okay. I may, get some. Y'all wrap that up. Okay.
Stage 4. See, you a cold man. See, basically what you're saying is they can't have the ability to perform some type of physical act, and then you may be okay.
I mean, people gonna do what they want to do. That's a little more plausible in convincing me.
In convincing you.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be honest. I don't think that and I'm just being honest. I could sit here and be like, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even care.
You don't care.
But a lot of guys are going to say that. A lot of guys are going to say, you know what, I wouldn't even care. I know what I got at home. No, there's no indecent proposal.
No indecent proposal. See, already going sideways.
There you go, going sideways, and you're adding stuff to the mix. Now you want to throw an indecent proposal in it. No, just a date. Just a date. Look, your boo-boo come up to you and say, hey, boo-boo, my ex is going away for good. And look, and for good can mean going to getting sentenced to the 55 to life, or could just be moving out of the country. We got a caller on the line. Caller, hey, what's going on, caller? Caller, you there, caller?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Look, your significant other comes to you and he says, hey, sweetie, hey, baby. my ex want to go on a date with me tomorrow night. Now, baby, look, she gonna be gone forever, and she's not coming back. But she wants to go on a date. Are you okay if I go for closure?
First of all, when you say forever, is she dying?
She's not dying. She's just going away. She might be going to jail. She might have got a job, maybe somewhere in England, somewhere across the across the world. But she's not gonna be coming back here ever.
Okay. Well, then we ain't gonna never see her ever.
So the answer
We
is
ain't
no.
gonna see her ever no more. We ain't gonna see. Look. I know that's not the right language. We ain't gonna see her ever no more.
Ever no more. And so look,
no more.
Okay, would you allow the date if he took you along on a date?
No, not really, because she wouldn't like my
Is she gonna be uncomfortable?
Who's the third wheel?
Oh yeah, she gonna be real uncomfortable. She gonna be trying to catch that plane to get out of here right away.
And Devin, the expert, said, who would be the third wheel in that scenario?
Me.
Yeah, you know what? And I agree.
I think you're right.
Because you know what? They get to
and if she was sick, and if she was sick, I would tell him and let her know that we're both coming and we're gonna pray for her. Yeah. We're gonna ask God to heal her.
But God heal her, but nothing one-on-one.
Nothing one-on-one.
And look, and I'm gonna be honest with you too. As a man, I'm not gonna sit here because cat's gonna be, I don't care, baby. I wouldn't care. We'll say that on the internet, and we'll say that in front of our friends. But I'm gonna be like, no, baby,
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna say no. Okay, so look, hey,
we'll wish him the best.
Wish him the best, but okay, so like the caller said, the answer is no. And if you're stage 4 terminal, we're gonna come pray for you.
Sounds good to me.
All right, caller, thank you for calling. I appreciate it. So yeah, so
it's cold out there.
It's cold. So you say a lack of sensitivity, but you have the same lack of sensitivity.
But I recognize it in myself.
Since you embrace the lack of sensitivity, it's okay.
But I need you guys to be better than me.
Better than you.
Yeah.
Okay, pump your brakes on the whole dating thing. So no to the ex.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Okay, and like I said, I would say no. And again, I don't, and I'm thinking here, Delvin, what went through my mind? I'm like, self, are you not confident in yourself? And I don't think that's it. But I wouldn't trust the dude. Yeah. But at the same time, if I don't trust the dude, do that mean that I don't trust the woman? Because Devin, you're the expert. You're supposed to be helping here.
I'm trying to clean this up.
No, don't clean it up. Just make it right. Does that mean that my game ain't strong enough to where I'm worried about another man?
Well, really, even the fact that the question was asked is a problem.
Okay.
But, in that whole closure thing, and then when you get in that, they may get in that situation, and then, they may have some pent-up feelings or whatever, and then it just, it's a runaway chain reaction. You never know.
You never know. Look. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I think a man's worst dream is his girl going back to her ex. In just the little window of the possibility, and like I said, that will break down the confidence that we have. That it's just that possibility. Look,
but then again, you think about it.
Okay,
if she's gonna do something sideways.
She's gonna do it anyway.
She's gonna do it anyway, and she's doing you a favor. Look at it as a positive.
So since the fact that she would ask, does that give
bold?
That's bold, but could that be a sign that we should trust her? Because, like you said, if she's going to do what she want to do, she's going to do it anyway, right?
Yeah, but unless she's being duplicitous, she wouldn't even ask the question. Like, you know what? If the shoe was on the other foot, I would say no. She would have a problem with it.
She would have a problem if it was you. So reverse. You got to do the same.
Well, I'll say
now somebody gonna say you just being petty, Delvin.
Well, let's add.
You just being petty, Delvin.
I am. but let's add this to it. Would it change depending on what the ex looked like?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Yup. Well, no, because they're saying a few things. You're asking if it mattered what the ex looked like.
Would it change your decision?
Okay, give me an example.
I don't know. Let's say an ex looked like the
Rick Ross.
The state puff marshal. Would that change, or he was just objectively not attractive? Would that change your answer?
No, because she was attracted to him for one reason or another.
Maybe he let himself go. Maybe the years have been kind of rough or hard.
And so maybe he let himself go. Yeah, and so basically you saying if when they were together or when they broke up, maybe he was macho man. Yeah. But now he a little soft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little wild around the outside.
Right.
You know. No, still, because he still knows her buttons. He know what to say. It's not always about the looks, Delvin. I mean, like, no. He know you like scrambled eggs in the morning. He know you like to be kissed on the collarbone.
So no, not at all. That would make zero difference. Even if it's a 3% difference. Like, okay, you know, but you said that would make zero difference.
It don't make no difference. Look, and I'm not a very controlling person. Look, you know, I threw out I'm not a controlling person.
Okay.
You know, not very controlling. I'm not a controlling person.
No, we got to ask the ladies.
Okay.
Would it matter, depending on what his ex looked like? In this same scenario, would it matter?
Would it matter what his ex looked like? Look.
You've seen her, you know who she is. Would you feel more or less threatened by the situation?
You know what?
Depending on what she looked like.
You know what? I think it does. I think it does. And look, you know what? As a matter of fact,
there's no right or wrong answer.
Look, I want to touch on this just a little bit more in particular about the looks. So, if there was somebody who, you know, you guys as a couple looked at and said, that person isn't attractive whatsoever, would that change the fact? Would you let your spouse go on a date with somebody if they weren't attractive? We just added a caveat. And so, look, stay tuned. We'll be back right after this. And later, we're going to talk a little bit about this conflict. I wanted to keep it a little bit lighter today instead of just jumping in about, you know, the possibility of war and things like that, because, you know, I know that you've been hearing it all day. And so I decided that we could talk about some social topics, some issues that go on inside of relationships, that go on inside of homes. And again, because we can talk about other things as well. So sometimes we'll talk about all these things. And you know what? I want to get to the Rooney Rule too. This is Soapbox Heroes. My name is Tyrone Irvin. We'll be right back.
Right over there. Hey man, right over there.
Take the call in.
Doctor told me to take it easy. Are you gonna go before your time? Good looking women in hot pants still, man. I'm going down.
He said especially go to the company. Hey, Peter, what's going on?
Right over there. Red hot pants, blue hot pants, pink hot pants, black hot pants. How much do you think a poor man like me can stand? Somebody come over here and help me. I think I'm losing my mind. Hey man, look at her dance. Right over there. Hey man, look at her dance. Right over there. Y'all know white women is all I crave. Big red women in hot pants gonna carry me to my grave. Hey man, look at her dance. Right over there. But when I die, y'all lay me in that casket with that big smile on my face. I want you to get a pair of blood red hot pants, you know, the wet little kind, and lay them smack down across my chest, upside down. Say, baby, you sure
Oh, good one. No, you know, I'm sure there are some people out there that are very mature and say, "Oh, well, I understand," but I'm just one of them. I don't know if I could do. It has to be to break the death.
Not good enough.
Death. But that, and it depends how you dying.
And supervised. Not even good.
You gotta be dead.
Yeah, I can record an accessory from that. Or will or not. That's what I think
What? Oh, yeah. All right, we're about to come back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back to Soapbox Heroes. Look, you guys, my name is Tyrone Irvin, and I'm sitting here today with Delvin, an expert, and we having a wonderful time, and I'm glad you guys have been calling in and leaving messages on the social media with input. We got a caller on the line, and look, and the question of the day, well, not the question of the day, apparently we have several questions of the day, and the question of the day today is, if your current spouse came up to you and said, "Hey, baby, hey, sweetie, hey, boo boo, can I go on a date with my ex?" Now look, my ex is gonna be gone forever, but can I go on a date with my ex? That's the question. Caller, you on the line?
How long have we been married? First of all.
How long have you been married? First of all, 10 years.
Oh.
10 years.
10 years.
Uh-huh.
And is this the first time I'm hearing about the ex?
Is it the first time you're hearing about the ex? I mean, you may have heard about her. Maybe you didn't know, that I would be ever asking to go on a date with her again. But you know about the ex. I mean, she's the ex. She's not the next, but she's the ex. So can I go on a date?
No. And if you do go on a date, I would have to go along.
Wait a minute. So, okay, wait. So you're okay with the date if you could tag along?
Yes.
Delvin, she is okay with the date if she could tag along again, you guys.
But one condition,
What's the condition?
I have to bring my ex.
Wait a minute. So you say it? Okay. So if
For the party.
okay. So if a so look.
So
It sounds like you're being a little bit petty. It's just a tad bit. Okay. So the question again for everybody, if you're just tuning in, if you're to you when your spouse says, "Hey, baby, hey, boo boo, I want to go on a date with my ex." Well, I don't want to go on a date, but my ex asked me on a date, and my ex is leaving forever. Caller, what do you say again?
I say it's okay if long.
So
But why would you even want to go on a date with your ex?
So it's only okay if you tag along, but it's not about wanting to. Delvin, what do you got to say, Delvin? She say, "Why would you even?" Nettie, I see you. Nettie say, "Oh hell nah." So say no too. So far everybody has said no. Are you guys just insecure? Caller, are you? Where are you calling from, caller?
I'm calling from Texas.
You're calling from Texas. Okay, Texas. Are you insecure? Would that be an insecurity?
No.
Do you think that the ex would have something that you don't?
No, she could just see what I have now.
But it doesn't matter because she's going away. Well, let me ask you this. Would it make a difference depending on what she looked like?
Good question. Yeah, let's say what she looked like.
No, we were all young and dumb. We all had those.
Wait a minute, what are those? What are those?
You know, the not so good looking exes.
Okay, so you say looks don't have anything to do with it. Even if it was somebody that you didn't find aesthetically attractive, you still would say no.
Right, no. For me, looks doesn't matter.
Looks don't matter. Look, caller, don't worry about it. I said the same thing. Just because I asked you a bunch of questions don't mean I don't feel the same way. I said no, and you can call me insecure. You can call me whatever you want. But I'm not about to be Tank singing, baby. Please don't go. No. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's not going to happen.
You're not going to beg?
No. And like I said, why would you even want to go out on a date with your ex? If they going forever, they gone.
What if they're dying of terminal illness?
Yes, terminal illness. Nettie, if you still there, watch dying of a terminal illness. Then would you let your ex, your significant other, go out with the ex? What do you say?
Dying with the terminal illness, and that's the last person they want to see.
so you making reasons for them basically. So you're not even considering the terminal illness. You say, well, since you're sick, you probably don't want to see them anyway. Okay. Hey, look, it looked like we got some finality in that. All right. Would you got
not even death? Good enough.
So not even death. So under no circumstance. And look, in our last caller, she said
next life.
Nothing to apply.
Wow. Whole world.
Say deathbed. Go ahead.
Okay, what about deathbed? Hospice.
I would say yes. Go ahead.
Oh.
Not even on your deathbed.
Not even
hospice. Are you going to go see her? Not even on your deathbed.
For what? For what?
And then look, and then she said sorry for him, but nope, they ain't dead yet. She said they not dead yet. So no, she said no, Delvin. Oh, all right, look, caller, look, you got it. You got it. They look. So that can't, hey, fella.
I thought we were gonna be a kinder, gentler America.
A kinder, gentler America.
But we're not.
Maybe in the next life.
Maybe in the next life. Well, look, caller, thank you. Look here, we're gonna give some blessed oil for your forehead, and and thank you for calling. We appreciate you calling from Houston. Hey, you guys. So she said no circumstances, not even the funeral. We got Nettie over here online, and Nettie said, deathbed, yeah. Deathbed, yeah. But look, the funny part is earlier, Delvin was like, it matters what they on their deathbed. It matters what they on their deathbed. You guys, look, it gets real around here. It gets real around here. But like I said, my answer is no. And my answer is probably all of the things that you guys are saying that, a man shouldn't feel. He shouldn't be, you being sensitive. You're being insecure. My answer might have something to do with all that. But the answer still no.
and my man Jay Kim, I point this out.
What's happening, Jay?
What if the thing that's maybe messing with your decision is, wow, this person's dying or leaving the earth. I don't. Wherever they're going away, and the last person they want to see is me. Isn't that flattering on some kind of level?
I mean, it might be flattering, but now I'm gonna go back to my player days, and I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was about to die, I'll tell a whole bunch of people that you're gonna be the last person I'm gonna see, baby.
What if they all show up?
Wink, wink. You don't invite them at the same time, and that's why I'm saying no. Because I know that they're...
So you're going to stagger it out over like a week?
I'm going to say no. Daddy said we committed. We not playing games. Period. Point blank. Hey, you guys, look. We're going to run and we're going to come right back. And when we come back, we got a few things we want to talk about. We're going to have 15 minutes to jump around. And so we're going to jump around. If you guys can, stay with us. This is Soapbox Heroes live on KCOH 1230 The Source.
If you want to make your taste buds very happy, take them to Doris's Kitchen, where flavorful, traditional American soul food is their specialty. Choose from their wide selection of filling and satisfying dishes prepared with your chicken, fish, chops, shrimp, wings, and burgers. Get fried chicken or juicy baked chicken, smothered pork chops, or mouth-watering oxtails, turkey wings with a side of rice, cabbage, pinto beans, mac and cheese. Woo! Collard greens, okra and sausage, black-eyed peas, yams, and more. You'll love their grilled chicken or grilled shrimp salad. You can order any traditional American favorite, like the big juicy Carolina burger. It's a combination of quality beef, bacon, and barbecue sauce.
Not even in the hospital. You're not going. But I'm not lying though. I'll be like, nah, baby, I love you. I'm secure my manhood. But I'm still gonna say no. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If she's too pressed about it, you might as well leave anyway. Absolutely.
1230 The Source at 1230.
Not every day.
So you know she's gonna hit you with, oh, you trying to say you don't trust me? You know that's what you're going next.
I left my home to join the army. The day I left,
I said yes to death in the
my
funeral.
mama cried.
You can go to the.
She didn't know
Hey, we might go to that funeral together.
if I would
I don't even want the
survive.
family that had no thoughts they shouldn't
I'm
have.
an American
You know what I'm
soldier.
saying?
You don't want
I'm a warrior and a member of a team. I simply
No.
closed captions mean if it would have a narrative they
No.
patriotic America.
No.
Be so star-struck
I don't
with
want
awesome
you
and teach
embracing
people wearing
the
skin
brother.
like mine. This crimes
You
and
remember who
progress.
you are?
You never come
No.
in uniform. Don't tell me what I'm fighting for. I learned early the ideal of mission first. People always, and soon after the reality of mission first. Mission always, you don't know pain, you know the remorse of survival. Soldiers hide shrapnel of battlefields we never leave. Under our uniforms and in our memories, Uncle Sam might molest you, but he pays for college. Hayes! Dysfunction is not to be spoken of outside of this family, this uniform, this family, this formation, this family. What's left in this foxhole stays in this foxhole like arms, legs, sanity. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit.
Why you not gonna go to the funeral,
The purpose of evasion. Being a soldier means convincing yourself it's all for a worthy cause. Being a soldier means being caught between politics and Wall Street. The military are America's middle children, the forgotten GIs whose broken bodies and tombstones are receipts for this American way of life. We will manufacture to destroy the enemy at close combat, so when we begin to rust, you will discard us. So we over-lubricate ourselves with whiskey and wine to maintain proper functioning. The military are America's middle children. You know that? It feels horrible. We can't worry about the war games being played on the home front while playing politics in foreign sandboxes. Having home in your sights will only get you boxed in to a 21-gun salute. Detail, a ninja, a hero, a 13, back in here. ain't no smiling at attention.
Jake say, "Oh,
Basic training was the funniest place I was ever. I heard so many jokes.
Like, no.
Like 40 veterans walking. They die while waiting for treatment.
Wasn't there?
What does America call the veterans it loves so much? Homeless. What do you call a soldier with no legs?
My girl should be calling.
What do you call a soldier who's not cheating on while he's in a combat
You say
zone?
what?
A suicide risk. What do you call a convoy caught in an ambush with no help coming? Recession.
Hey, Betty
Did you hear the one
can
about the
you
soldier
hear
who died
on
before he
YouTube?
ever got to meet his newborn? Why aren't you laughing? Haven't you learned to adapt and overcome yet? Isn't it funny how everyone is thankful for your service until you ask them to make a sacrifice?
All right, we're gonna be back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back to Soapbox Heroes, you guys. Look, we've had a lot of fun today, and we talked about some different things. We talked about Delvin running Lizzo up off of Twitter, and he says you feel there's no problem, right? You're not empty on the inside because of it.
I feel like I made a mistake. I played that wrong.
You played it wrong.
I should have retweeted.
You should have retweeted.
Yeah.
You should have retweeted the Lizzo.
Yeah, keep your self-esteem up.
Keep it up. Okay. Well, again, so we talked about that. And,
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned, and lesson still learned. In my own opinion, is to show that you're confident in your body. Like naked doesn't mean confident in your body. Like that's the trend. That's what I notice is the trend is when somebody says, "Well, I'm only naked because I'm confident in my body." It almost gives the persona that has to be your persona to have to be confident in your body is to be naked.
I mean, you don't have to be naked. We see.
You don't have to be. You ain't got to be naked. But I mean, if you're in your own vein, but whatever you do, you always got to remember that there's going to be consequences. I know if I say certain things and I deal in certain. If I do certain things, I'm going to get certain blowback, period.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't have to do nothing to get blowback. Yeah. But if you definitely do something, you're definitely going to get you too, Nettie. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, you guys, look, like I said earlier, I was talking, and this was before you got here, I was talking about an article in the Griot that I was reading about, it's a soldier, and he was saying that, we play too much. And he wasn't talking in the terms of, like today, we're having a more lighter hearted show, yeah, and we're still talking issues, but he was talking more or less like, when it comes to war, when it comes to destruction, when it comes to death, when it comes to these things that are very serious topics, he's basically saying, hey, why don't we take some time to not always make it funny, to let's take things a little more serious. And it's something that I agree with, and I do. It's very hard to actually be taken seriously if you are serious.
Yeah.
What do we do about that, Delvin? What do we do about, things always being a joke? Do you think that people will be able to take us seriously if we are always seen as jokes?
No, you're right. And I think part of it when it comes to war in particular is not really people's fault. What has a lot to do with it is that most people don't serve in the military. And even a lot of people that do, only a small percentage actually see combat. So it's something they see on the movies, on TV. They can't really.
They think it's like
relate.
Yeah. It's a television thing.
Yeah, so it's not really people's fault per se that they can't identify or relate to it. We don't have a draft. There's no compulsory service like in Israel. Everybody after a certain age, they have to serve 2 years mandatory.
Right here. Let me get to this a little bit. The article says, the title of the article, it says, Army Soldier Making Light of the Iran Conflict. Now, and again, and this also goes back because I heard a lot of black people saying, well, this don't have nothing to do with us. This isn't my problem. This is America's problem. This has nothing to do with us. But I do want to remind you guys, and like I said, the article is in the Grio. It's I mentioned it a little bit yesterday. We have friends and we have family over there, abroad. And let me read a little bit what he says, Mr. Expert. He says, some jokes are lightheaded. Light themes are worthy, but the perspective of the United States of the newly deployed members of the military headed to the region are men and women of color. According to a Pew Research Center, minority groups made up 40% of the Defense Department's active duty military in 2015, and blacks, who have consistently been represented in greater numbers amongst enlisted personnel, comprise 17% of the group and 19% of those who were newly enlisted.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Okay, and so, like I'm saying, we have to remember that these things, they do involve us, because like I said, it's not us that's actually making the decision to go overseas and start these conflicts and
Handle them a certain way.
start, poke at the bee's nest, you might say. But we do have to deal with the blowback. We do have to deal with stuff like that. Hold on, we got a caller on the line. Caller on the line. What's on your mind?
Oh,
Man, look, I'm glad you're calling. I got a couple things that I want to talk to you about real quick. Look, the first question was this, Billy D. And I was telling you earlier, I said, we're going to talk about this. Look, if your lady come up to you and she say, Billy D, say, hey, Billy D, I want to go out on a date with my ex, but my ex is going to be leaving forever, Billy D. What you going to say? You going to let her go?
friend, or if this is your wife, these are two different stories.
Okay, let's say wife. Let's just go there.
Go all in.
All in.
Okay. If this your wife, she got, and I cut, she got
No.
When she married.
Ooh. So she shouldn't even be trying to entertain the thought.
I can't understand it, because here's what it boils down to. When that man is about to go through license surgery, when that man is about to go through 6 months, that man is serving. He's basically paying his responsibility for whatever he did. So that's his business. Like as brothers, we gotta stick together. I love my brothers, and we the way that we not doing shit that get us to the penitentiary, but once you do go to jail, like he gotta fend for himself. He gotta feed himself. He gotta take care of himself.
So that's a no. So
I can care less about his emotions. I can care less about his closure. And she's supposed to feel the same way if that's my wife, or if she rocking with me. Here's the difference. If she's my girlfriend, it'll be finished. I can say, go ahead.
Okay, what about hospice? What if he's got a terminal illness?
What if he got a terminal illness, Billy? In the hospice, and he about to
days to live,
and he'll be no longer here soon. Then would you mind if she went on a date with him, or was he go spend time with him?
We'll even throw in bedridden.
It's a little different with a cat about to, because he ain't doing nothing wrong and he about to die. That might be.
See your lady.
Yo, chewing up. Because the same question is like, what if a dude wanna make amends with every girl he fucked?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, hey, you can't do that. But look, real quick, let me ask you something about the last topic, because we only got 5 minutes before we gotta make like a ball and bounce up out of here. The conflict going on right now in Iran. I saw a soldier, and I saw first he did a video saying, he think that we make too light of things. He's talking about black people. He said, we joke around too much. Basically, everything isn't a joke. And then today I was looking and I seen there was an article about it in the Grio. What do you think about that? Do you think that sometimes we joke around too much when it comes to serious topics and stuff?
Not sometimes, 100% of the time. Not 100%. Black folks is worried about the wrong thing. They worried about Lizzo's butt crack. They worried about who Beyonce is picking with. They worried about the style of Jay-Z's lips and whether Young Thug is like. We got it wrong 100% of the time. We not taking this seriously. People is overweight. People still spending all their time, money, and energy on the man's plantation. They sitting there. Kids off to the enemy to be taught to be poisoned. We drinking poison every day. We got people that we drink water every day, dude. That we go right to the tap and make Kool-Aid and make tea and it's a lot of stuff that we got 100% wrong. It's a lot of stuff so right now bombs is flying and right now dudes are still on PlayStation Live and still on Xbox Live and little do they know, like I've been telling people for years, for 5, 6, 7 years, you can check my track record. Man, they not taking this seriously. Bonds must overseas is about to be over here. The value, the dollar value of the Brazil dollar has been dropped 90% in the last 2 years, and the same thing is happening to the American game. Right. The people that insulate a little bit because they don't have to body laying out in the street. Oh, give it. I say give it a few short weeks, but it's a few short days now. So we definitely not taking this seriously. And at the end of it, and what's crazy is, if you have not been studying already, if you ain't caught up already, man, you're gonna be lost in the sauce trying to get why this damn diet and what's really going on, because whether you're on the right side or the left side, at least it's from the best side of the war. So when the Russians is running around giving us commands on which Walmart we designated to, they might take it seriously then, but the cats that been paying attention, the cats that got their mind right, the cats that been studying, the people that been paying attention, the people that ain't been, the few, I don't even know this shit. I'll say the 5 or 10% that been paying attention and taking it seriously, they're gonna be somewhere fortified.
Okay. Hey, look, I want to do this for you, Billy. Look, you were the caller today, so hold on. Gotta give you a long round of applause. Look, I want to give a shout out to my guy, Billy, calling in. You know what I mean? Hey, man, and look, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I agree with you. I don't think that we take serious matters very serious. I think sometimes we think everything is always a joke, and there's some things that are very serious. So, hey, Billy, I want to thank you for calling, man. I appreciate it.
100%.
Absolutely, all the time. Hey, you guys. So, look, like I said, we've had a very interesting show today. We've had a lot to talk about. We've had some things going on, and look, and I still blame Delvin.
Everybody else does.
I blame Delvin the expert for Lizzo's exit from Twitter. And again, you guys, look, and again, when I say I don't think people take things seriously enough, I'm not saying to walk around your whole life every single day of the week just angry and mad and just completely serious.
But let's put some thought into it.
Let's put some thought into things, and let's be cognizant of what's going on around us. And then too, like sometimes everything isn't a laughing matter. And tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk more about the ADOS and the FDA thing. I mean FBA, Foundational Black Americans and the American Descendants of Slavery. We're going to talk about that because when that topic comes up, it's a whole bunch of joking going on. It's a whole bunch of joking. I mean, like, I hear FBA, I hear Tariq Nasheed. He's the leader of FBA, but he says he's not, but he is. He is. He came up with the name. This is after he was riding somebody else's name, and when he couldn't be a part of it, he came up with this name. And then, but what he does is, and I'll be honest with you, all I see is a whole bunch of bashing going on. Like, never really no information, no really a way to move forward. Is just a whole bunch of your mama jokes and this, that, and the third. And the other group, they're actually talking about reparations and getting reparations tangibly. They're talking about doing it through means of politics. And so that's what I mean. Sometimes, and I noticed that his group is way bigger because he's more popular, but he's just telling jokes. He's just telling jokes. One is a political movement, and like I said, they may have flaws and they may have things that aren't perfect that people may need to come and help them with and touch it up here or there, or. But either way, one group is serious, and the other group are jokesters. And even when I read the comments and I read people go back and forth, they'll be like, "Oh, he's so funny. He's so funny," and I get it. Funny is funny. But if you're trying to be funny at the same time, you're trying to lead people to a better future, you got to pick. I mean, entertainment shouldn't always be our first thing. What's up, Devin?
Unfortunately, it is. And we've talked about this in a lot of other cases when it comes to things that people should take seriously. As long as they're entertained, you're going to keep their attention.
Yeah, as long as people are entertained, you're going to keep their attention. What else?
Oh, I'm just saying it's a two-edged sword. Again, going back to, celebrities that get in trouble or do questionable things, things you or I would get in trouble for, people wouldn't make excuses for. Like, oh, that's okay because they're a really good singer or they're funny. They play ball really well.
Right. And often people are willing to actually take advice and information from people that are more popular. You could say the same thing as somebody who is famous, and you'll say it, and they'll look at you like you're crazy. Somebody famous to say the same thing, and they're
taken serious.
They're taken serious, and so I don't think that you should agree with you shouldn't agree with the personality or the person because of who they are. It should be the substance of what they're saying.
I always say if you get your social, political, moral direction from celebrities and entertainers, you're part of the problem.
Well, you gotta tune in to the Soapbox Heroes channel.
Get it from us.
Yeah, from us.
Get it from us.
And there is a show on Soapbox Heroes called Meme Knowledge.
Well, you gotta know your meme.
But what they do is they break stuff down. They don't want people to be at a meme knowledge level, and so they break it down. But again, it's just knowing to pick and choose.
Yeah, and the funny thing about memes, because I love memes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I spend way too much time laughing at memes. What makes them funny or what resonates memes with people is the grain of truth in them. If there was no truth in the meme, even if it's a 5% truth, it wouldn't be funny.
Okay, it wouldn't be funny. Hey, you guys, look, we out of time. I want to thank everybody who jumped on real quick. Nashane, what's going on with you? Karina, what's going on with you? My guy, Joseph Daniels, what's going on with you? Sherelle Thompson, everybody watching, listening. Look, all Delvin's people. Delvin comes with a crew. He come with a crew, and I want to give a shout out to the expert crew, because if Delvin is the expert, that means his crew is the expert crew. Hey, you guys, look, this is Soapbox Heroes. My name is Tyrone Irvin. It was fun. What do they say? Peace, love, and hair grease. Hey, Delvin, on the count of 3, let's say we out. 1, 2, 3. We out.
What's good? My name is Tibet I'm an Igbo boy from the southwest side of Houston, and I came to put on for the SWAT in Houston, Texas.
I thought that went well.
We roll on choppers. I said south side.
I had to run
We
it
roll on choppers. South side. We roll on choppers.
Monday.
Southside, we roll.
Be back.
On choppers.
Yeah, tell them to tune in. I'll be here every day.
Hold it down. Hold it down. We gon' hold it down. The South will hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down.
You guys make sure you stay tuned tomorrow, 7 p.m. We have the True Serum Flirting After Work with Carl Thomas and the crew right here. KCOH, 12:30 a.m., 7 o'clock Central. That's Carl Thomas, Flirting After Work. Make sure you stay tuned in tomorrow. Hold it down.
I'm still the same OG. I stay low key with more sauce than AO lit. I play go lit when blessings start to rain on me and catch a lot of chips and guac. They more lit. That's monetary blessings for you slow people. My flow a monastery for them extra pope people that don't get commentary and get honored really for the guava jelly they produce, even though they get thrown fecal matter on a platter made by vapor presso. I shatter on the chatter that seem to make us lesser than anybody that put on they draws the same way I do. Name could be motley the way I get it rocking with my crew. But it ain't my name Tobet, you cool with me, praise God, but just like baseball by new well. Just how good it felt to be a gangster. Roll with emojis, then